and we get to watch Juwan Johnson. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Saints and the Jags on Thursday night.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it. Come in awful.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Now you look at this Saints defense.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, this defense for the Saints, they were fantastic a week ago in a win over Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down offense holds serve.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center. After 9 seasons as a Raider, Derek Carr is the guy.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. Now Carr.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run with ETN.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Play action, it's Lawrence.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Colin Saunders in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go play action with Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Carr going to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd down and a yard.
Now Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Carr.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Plenty of good games to choose from in that early window. We'll highlight the one down in Tampa. A big test for the Bucs at home, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And then finally, the national game on Sunday night. It's a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Saints going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
In his 7th season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here comes third and about a foot. Here's Kamara, try to run for it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Carr's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Second down and 3. Kamara up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw his Carr. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Carr now on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And now out come the Jags.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Now 2nd and 5. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw.
Brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's Carr. Johnson's got it complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Carr on the bootleg. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now Lawrence on first down. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Lawrence. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Lawrence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Lawrence.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
This is 1st and 10. Now Carr.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing his Carr. It's complete. Kamara.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember,
what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Lawrence. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars' first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his third field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And the Jaguars have won the game.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day,